Good morning, beautiful people. I love seeing you here so early on a Sunday morning. Well, it's early for some of us. Penny came to say good morning. Pen, you gonna say hi? She always knows. Dogs are so smart, they're so intuitive. Nice little burp. Can you go lay down now? She likes all the attention. Good morning, Lori, Mary. Okay, Mommy's gonna talk to her friends. We had a really good walk this morning. She loves her Sunday morning runs, and we've got a park just across the street. So, okay, get off, Mom. Go. She, it's nice because we get up early. We do yoga. We get up at 6. We do yoga first thing in the morning, and then we go for a walk to the dog park across the street. And there's a great big soccer field, like sports athletics field there also. So at that time of the day, we have it all to ourselves, and she just grabs her ball and runs. I don't even have to throw it. She just runs and runs and runs. She's an Italian Greyhound, so it's in her blood. How's everybody doing this morning? We had a rare full blue moon last night. This will be the last one for quite a while. Get out of here. You can't have my coffee. Good morning, Paula. Sorry I've missed some of you here. Love to Wander 19 joined again. I wish I knew some of your names. One of these days. I always say, one of my goals, and this is what I'm here, if some of you, this full moon has been kicking my butt. Listen, my sign is a Cancer, so I'm ruled by the moon. Let me tell you, my moods change daily. and I've learned how to master them, but it's like, I believe in astrology. I believe in so many things, and I'm quite the moody person when the moon's playing with me. Hi, Carrie. Another Carrie. All for my 3. I almost, but it's never, for me, it's never the day of the full moon. It's always days leading up to the full moon and days after the full moon. The day of the full moon, I'm actually pretty calm and chill. Hi, Karen. And it's a pretty good day. It's the ones surrounding it that have me all over the place. Hi from SC. Is that South Carolina? Tankworth. Wow, we got a whole bunch of new people here today. This is awesome. So I wanted to start doing something a little different for Sundays, because Sunday is a pretty soulful day. And if I didn't have to go to work, South Africa. Wow, hi. If I didn't have to, I work at a pub part-time on the weekends, and Sundays are my days, and I call them Sinful Sundays at the pub, and welcome home all the sinners to come in and hang out at the pub and eat. It's usually football Sunday too, but my mornings, before I started doing these every day, my mornings were pretty soulful on a Sunday. And I always have a playlist that I play every Sunday morning, and I sit outside and have my coffee, or if it's winter, I sit inside and have my coffee, meditate on, intentions for the day. And just before I got on here this morning, I shared in my story the vision board that I had made with Scarlett, and I'm trying to remember when it was. It was during a full moon, and or a new moon, and I think it was maybe, I want to say February that we did it. And I hadn't done a vision board in a long time. So Sundays, I'd like to kind of create a narc-free zone, because we talk so much every day about the narcissist and healing and managing them, and we're reading about them constantly. We're all on here because we're educating ourselves about the narcissist. I'd love Sundays to be just about us, how we're doing in the world, things that bring us joy, things that we're looking forward to throughout the day, and really start to tap into that energy here. As many of you know, I'm going to introduce myself just in case you don't know and you're new joining us. I'm Trish. I'm the coach behind Badass Broad Coaching Company, and I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. So I focus a lot here on the healing, on the education of surviving a narcissist, but there's so much more to who we are than being survivors. And I think Sundays are a really beautiful time for us to come together and really appreciate the other aspects of our lives that have nothing to do with the narc. You know, because before we met them, we were someone before we met them. We had a life before we met them. And now that they're gone, or if you still have them, it doesn't matter. We are still a separate being from the narcissist. We are our own person, and we've lost that person during that time with them. So I think it's really important for us to come together and really have a different kind of conversation. So and I'm going to encourage you all to, because somebody asked me maybe last week or this week, I can't remember, about vision boards and if they work. Well, anything's going to work if your truest and purest intention and positive vibes are behind it. So I hadn't done a vision board in years, like years, because all of that stuff was hocus pocus to the narcissist. So when Scarlett and I did our vision boards, we went to the dollar store and we loaded up on stuff. Check out my vision board in the stories. That is my true vision for my career path and my healing path. And I talk about rising again and living to tell my story. And so what I've done with the vision board is section it off. And I encourage all of you to do a vision board. If it takes a couple weeks or it takes an entire Sunday, whatever, share it in your story and tag me in it because I'd love to see it. You know, I think we've got a really supportive community here who really does care about one another. And we need to be able to support each other in the things that really help us grow within and really learn to detach from the negativity in our life. You're such an inspiration to, this is from all four of my three, you're such an inspiration to someone who needs your help. Thank you for bringing this to my attention as the real issue in my life, so ready to deal and heal. Amen, sister. Good job. Coffee and conversation with beautiful women, and we have Lawton here as well. So, you know, he's a survivor of parental narcissistic abuse. So I think it's important to acknowledge that that happens to men also. But back to the vision boards. It's not necessarily what you put on the board as what is your intention. What are your intentions behind what you're making? My vision board is sectioned off into corners. And, you know, go out, buy a piece of craft paper, or Bristol board, I guess it's called, and get all kinds of things from the dollar store. You can do this super cheap. Get markers, get tissue paper, I have little butterflies and little rhinestones on mine. And I really went back to believing what I wanted from the time I was a child and how that looks living into existence now as an adult. So I had to rise again. These are new beginnings. I'm living to tell my story. I have a section of California where I want to live, you know, and I have another section of making it to the silver screen and the red carpet because I want this, whether that's how it goes, I've always seen myself walking down a red carpet. And this isn't arrogant. This is the true belief in my talents and my skills as a human being that I've had all of my life. So this is really about tapping into what you want, feeling it, and then just setting that vision for yourself on that board. And it's so important. Take a picture of yourself. And I've used the one that's in my profile photo here, and I printed it out on an 8x11, and I put it smack dab in the middle. And in the middle of that, because I am the center of my life, I am the focus, the center of my universe, so to speak, on that vision board. So it's really important that we learn how to put ourselves first, because As empaths, that's not something we're very good at doing, especially after surviving that kind of abuse. So this is really a good healing exercise too, to look at what you want for yourself. The mustard seed 7, your biggest void becomes your gift. Take the lessons and hold a space for others who are going through the same thing from an intention that is filled with love and kindness. Gypsy Mama says, set it free and let the universe do the rest. And you know what? That really is. So when Scarlett and I did this, we might have had a couple bottles of wine included. But, you know, we made it fun. And that's the thing. It's got to be fun or you're missing the point. This has to come from a really good energetic space within yourself. And even if it's not fun at first, you might find that building the vision board, because when we leave the narcissist, we're in that headspace of learning who we are and what we love and what we're excited about and the things that we want to experience in our lives. Because the previous life with the narc was never about us. We were just along for the ride. So this really has to be become a place of rediscovering yourself. Teresa does it with crystals too. Yeah, you know what? We're hippy dippies over here, Scarlett and I. And I'm a little more rocker chick, hippy dippy. She's true hippy dippy. And if you ever met my child, my God, she's the hippy dippiest of us all. But it's really just about doing something with pure loving intention and get excited about it. Think about what you want your life to look like. You know, and this is something I task my clients with at some point down in our coaching as well, depending on where we're at, is creating that vision again. And it doesn't have to happen all at once. You might just have a little something that you work on right now. There's no pressure to create this amazing vision for your life and then make it come forth. But what I love about my vision board is I put it up in my second room here, which I had intentionally set to have an office space, but I like being out in the open, so my office space is my dining room table. So I have it pinned up in my second room, and whenever I forget, hold on, Penny thoughts. Sad so many people associate wanting to act or perform professionally with being a narc or arrogance. It is for me about tapping into my creativity and art is therapy for me. You know what? And that's absolutely the truth. You know, and it's not that professionally with being a narc or arrogance. It's not that. It's that when I was with him, those aspirations I was told were selfish and arrogant, and they were pipe dreams, and to give up on those things. So I don't think it's that at all. I think we've got. It is about creativity. This has got to be about creativity. Your vision board needs to be creative for yourself. And I always use that vision board as a reference point. So like I said a couple days ago, where I felt like, you know, I had to start making a choice for myself financially to go get a full-time corporate job, and then I knew that this work I'm doing now would fall by the wayside. I just kept going back to that vision board as a reference point to remind myself to stay on course, because we're going to get pulled off track. When we set a goal for ourselves, sounds like he didn't want anyone around you or to applaud you but him. Well, and that's exactly it. It took the attention away from him, actually. But when we set a goal for ourselves, we're going to be tested, and we're going to be challenged to rise up, level up, rise above. How bad do you want it? And there's still an ease in this when you're manifesting something. It's about setting the attention and then really letting it go. Because the more you focus on it, the more you're giving it a kind of energy that is not required. You know, you want this to be an easy, loving energy and belief, absolute, unshakable belief that this is going to be your life. And don't worry about how it's going to show up. You just have to believe that the universe is going to make it happen. The mustard seed. You know, I love your name because Whenever I set an intention or I'm challenged with something, my mantra is, with the faith of a mustard seed, you will move mountains, or you will give me wings to fly. That's all you need, is the tiniest little bit of faith for your life to happen. With the faith of a mustard seed, I will move mountains, or I will be given wings to fly. And that's it. It's either or. There's no other option. So if I've got to move mountains, then that's what I've got to do. A mantra is like a motto. Yeah, it's just something you tell yourself to believe and to find that inner faith, to summon that inner faith. It's faith really is what we require, whether that be in the universe, your God, your religion. That is entirely your personal relationship. My relationship is with the universe, with source energy, with our creator, with God. It's all the same to me. My relationship with the universe has definitely deepened since that experience with the narcissist. But it didn't happen overnight. I had to rebuild that relationship with the universe again, because I would scream. I would be driving down the freeway screaming at the universe, how is this my fucking life? Throw me a bone here. But I had the power to change it. So it took me a long time. The time that was invested in there was what was planned for me by the universe, and I'm blessing it every single day, because it's brought me to you guys, who give me inspiration daily, who provide me with levels of support and faith, knowing that I'm on the right track also. I could research the hell out of narcissism. I could get all the education and certifications in the world, but what good is it if I just tuck it away in my back pocket? I'm able to help people, which is not arrogant. It is coming from a place of love and joy, and not even innocence, but just a true passion for loving people wholly, without expectation, without conditions, and it's just a beautiful place to be. Faith is believing in your destiny even when you can't see it, and that's 100% it. We aren't supposed to see the end result out in front of us, but in our mind's eye, we can. We can hold that vision, we can love that vision, we can go about our life and live in that vibration to create that reality. And don't kid yourself. I did all this when I was with the narcissist. Before I left, I started praying and visualizing and digging deep within myself, trying to imagine this life that I was going to have that was going to be narc-free. It felt like it lasted forever, but the day arrived and now I'm narc-free. So, everything, we have the power to manifest those beautiful things in our lives. We have the power to manifest really shitty things also. So be clear on your intentions. Teresa says, I'm doing great, but it's hard seeing him, and I saw his stupid ass 3 times in 4 hours. He doesn't even have to drive by my house. I feel like he's taking away my peace when he does this. Peace is all within yourself. And this is the thing when I work with clients, is we really work on that inner self, that inner strength, that inner awareness. Because you should be able to stand in the middle of a tornado and know that you have the power to respond and react to outside influences. Nobody else has that power over you. If he wants to drive by, good, let him drive by. What a boring life he's got. Get back to you. Start manifesting your happiness. What small-minded, petty lives somebody, pettiness that and small lives that somebody's got to have to continuously try and shake someone else's life up. The ex-narc lives 2 minutes away from me. Whatever. I don't care. Don't call him your narc, Lawton. The narc, the. I'll call them yours. Happy birthday to the narc today, Lawton. You know, so to get back to what it is, it's like we're never going to have days where we don't think about the narc. They were a huge part of our lives. They were a huge part of defining who we've become. And to dismiss that and to discard that aspect of your life and that experience is to invalidate certain aspects of who you've become. And you will be stronger. You will find more peace within. And you will have the life that you dream of. So I'm going to encourage you to go back and do the vision boards and show me what your vision is. Show me with clarity on your board what your vision is, where you want to live, so that when I look at your board, I understand why. I understand your why. And this is very important when you're working on your manifestation, is you have to get extremely clear on why you want this. Not just to have money, not just to have security. Why do you want to have this life? My vision board, my vision board to me, every time I look at it, tells me I want to educate others. I want to educate survivors. I want to help them free themselves from the confines of their pain, of their trauma. This is what I want to do. Gypsy Mama, I'm an artist, so I have a ton of scrapbooking crap. Yeah, you know what? When the kids are in bed, or when you've got a few moments to yourself, or do it with the kids. You know what? Make this a fun thing for them too. They don't know what they're doing. You know, they don't have to know that they're creating a vision board, or you can teach them about it depending on their age. You know, there's so many other ways to include people in it. Scarlett and I do so much together, and we just included each other in our vision. She's part of my vision. You know, she's part of who's going along with you on your journey. Who do you love? Who's important to you that is going to be part of your journey? And this is sometimes the things that we don't think about when we're creating a vision for ourselves, is who's there with you. Changing one life at a time is to know you've made a difference. Thank you. Thank you. So no, like when you do your vision board, think about who's going with you on that journey. You know, because you can visualize all those things, but who's there with you? Your friend, your children, a new partner, maybe someone who supports you, loves you, and brings healthy relationship things to healthy things to the relationship. Are you healthy and healed at this point when you're visualizing this, when you're looking toward your future? You know, it's not just about taking pictures and painting them on a piece of paper and thinking that that's all there is to it. Really get into it and feel it and understand. Troy, I thought I blocked you. This is fun, isn't it, guys? Bye, Troy. Ugh, this guy, he's relentless, man. I thought I blocked him, and somehow he like creates a new freaking identity, but he's still Troy somehow, and he still comes back. I don't know how this happens. Creepers, be gone. That's part of my vision too. Creepers, be gone. Is it normal to doubt my choices? He always spoke against me, therefore I struggled to make a choice. Yes, you're gaslighting yourself now, okay? No, that's not the one I posted the other day. But it is, so what happens after you've been in a relationship with someone who's been gaslighting you all of that time, you eventually start to question yourself, and this is the memory aspect of things too. You know, I forget that I've told somebody something 3 times, so I expect them to hold me accountable. This is completely normal. Do things to rebuild your memory, meditate, breathing exercises with inner focus, that's meditation. You know, these things are all really important. Make that part of your vision, you know, that You've got this huge recollection, and stop doubting yourself. This is part of the work we do too, is building that inner trust again. So really, really take some time to think about what you want for yourself. I'm going to keep these Sundays as Soulful Jam sessions because this is going to be our narc-free zone where we're not talking about education or anything of those sorts. We're just going to be talking about us. We're going to have our morning Sunday coffee with all these beautiful ladies and one guy here. And so next Sunday, we'll talk about something else soulful. Send me your suggestions. Tomorrow, Roya is going to be back tomorrow night, and we're going to clear up something that, oh, there she is right now. Lady Daydream is back. I was just saying, Roya, that you're going to be back tomorrow night. We're wrapping up, so you're going to be back tomorrow night to clear up some, she thinks that she created some misperception about the healing path. So tomorrow, Roya, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're going to be talking about the rate and speed of your healing path and how it looks different for everyone. Enjoy your Soulful Sunday. If you do vision boards, please put them in your story. Tag me in them. I would love to see them. And let's get really clear about what it is that we hold for ourselves in our future. I love you all, holding you in my highest energy of love and healing always. Stay badass. I'm Trish of Badass Broad Coaching Company. I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach. Take good care, enjoy your Sunday, and I love you. Bye for now.